Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a real quick video here because it's getting cooler weather, and so as people stop riding as much and vehicles sit, motorcycles specifically, we're going to start seeing a lot of battery issues pop up. And you're going to ask the question on the forums, why is this happening? What's happening? And people will tell you it's your battery and you won't think it is. So I'm going to show you why it is your battery, as well as describe some of the terminology that we use to help troubleshoot the problem that you're having. I'm going to use my 1975 Honda CB200T here. It is going to help me demonstrate exactly what I'm talking about. So for starters, this is the bike, and this has spent its entire life on a battery tender here. You can see, hopefully that's shown up on video. It's on the tender right now, and it is showing that it is 100% charged. Hopefully that's coming through. So it's been on a tender. It's 100% charged. We turn the key on. I get the dash lights. I come over here to the headlight, and it lights up. Low beam, high beam, everything's good to go. So the lights work. The battery tender says that it's got a full charge. What's going on? Why am I not doing anything? Because it is on. So when you say that your vehicle won't turn on, if you get no lights when you turn the key to the on position, then it's not turning on. Right now, this is turning on. I've got it in the run. I hit the start. Nothing. Now you might be able to hear if I put this down here. You can hear that relay popping. So it's got enough juice to try and start, but it's not turning over. It's not that it's not starting, it's not turning over. So my bike is turning on, but it's not turning over. I've got a full battery charge. It's been on a tender, so gosh, my battery's good. It's been on a tender. It's got good voltage, which is going to be the next part. All right, so this is the next part. You check your battery voltage. Now, a lot of times it won't have good voltage. I've got a battery here, and you can see it's got 12.5 volts. Now, most batteries, most 12-volt batteries, are actually comprised of 6 cells, each one putting out 2.1 volts, which makes 12.6 volts total. So 12.5, that's pretty much within the limits of what's acceptable for a 12-volt battery. This thing does have a good charge on it. It's got 12 volts. It's been on a tender. My key's turning on. My lights are turning on. Why isn't it working? Well, let's find out. So this is actually a new development since I thought about doing this video. Once again, we're at 12.5 volts, and I'm going to turn the key on. So this is definitely something you want to do too. I turn the key on, and it immediately drops to 6.6 volts. Obviously, there's an issue. It's not even barely got enough voltage to keep the LED lights going. So that's definitely a bad battery. What I was running into before was that I would turn it on and I'd still be at 12 volts. And when I hit the start button, it would drop to like 4 volts. See, it doesn't take very much current at all to turn your lights on, especially compared to the starter motor, which pulls major amps. I mean, your battery is rated at 100, 200 cranking amps, and it takes maybe 1 amp or 2 to light things up. So just because it turns on, and just because the lights come on, and just because you have 12 volts at the battery, does not mean the battery is good. And last but not least, if you want to make sure, then you can try this. Okay, so this is a jump starter that I've got, a little power bank there designed to jump start cars, trucks, motorcycles, whatever. They do make smaller ones you can put in a saddlebag, carry in a backpack. This is the one for my wife's car because I've got it handy. But what I want to show you is that when you have it set up, hit the boost button there, turn the key on, if I can find the starter, there we go. And when you hit it, that is the sound of an engine turning over. It's not starting yet, but it is turning over. So it turns on, it turns over, And given enough gas time and all that stuff, it will start. I have the fuel shut off to this. But when you have an issue where it doesn't even turn over, your best bet is going to be that there is a battery problem. So check these things first, please. And then if you still have issues, then we can start troubleshooting the next one. I hope this is helpful to y'all. And yeah, get out there and ride. Have fun. Bye. Hey, I'm hopping back in here to clarify one thing. The battery that's in here that you just saw me prove is bad and all that stuff, despite reading 12 volts and despite being on the charger, that battery is only a year and a half old. And like I said, it spent its entire life on the battery tender. So just because it's new, just because it's been on the battery tender, just because it's reading 12 volts, just because your lights turn on when you turn the key into the on position, does not mean that the battery isn't bad. So please double check those things. Check the voltage when it's resting, check the voltage when the key's on, and check the voltage when you hit the start button. And if you see anything like what I just showed you, it's your battery. If all of that is reading good, then you can troubleshoot further. But yeah, this is a fairly new battery that has spent its time on the battery tender because I don't get to ride this bike as much. So yeah, just wanted to throw that in there just in case anybody had that question down in the comments or something. All right.